If you lose your calm, you have already lost. It doesn't matter who provokes you, ignores you, or disrespects you. True power is staying unshakable. Today, I'm going to reveal the secret the Stoics used to never lose their calm again, with nothing and with no one. Anger doesn't come from outside, it comes from how you interpret what happens. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus knew this well. Whoever masters their mind, masters their destiny. In this video, you'll discover 7 Stoic lessons that will make you emotionally unshakable, even in the most challenging situations. Before we start, write a single word in the comments, calm, and subscribe to the channel, because what you're about to learn could change your life forever. Lesson 1. Calm is a choice, not a reaction. Most people believe losing calm is inevitable, as if it's an automatic response triggered by external events. But the Stoics taught the exact opposite. Calm is not lost, it is surrendered. No one can take it from you without your consent. Marcus Aurelius wrote clearly that you have power over your mind, not over events, and once you understand this, you gain the strength to stay firm, even amid chaos. When someone provokes you, criticizes you, or disrespects you, it's not a direct attack on your peace, but an invitation to react without thinking. In that critical, almost imperceptible moment, there's a silent choice. Respond impulsively or maintain control. The Stoic understands that calm doesn't depend on the world behaving the way he wants, but on his ability to govern his interpretation of events. Losing calm is not a sign of emotional intensity or strength. It's a sign that someone else has taken control of your inner state. Whoever allows this lives as a slave to the external. In contrast, when you choose not to react immediately, when you observe before responding, you assert your inner sovereignty. Calm stops being a hope and becomes a conscious decision renewed in every difficult situation. Lesson 2. Control your judgment before your emotions. The Stoic doesn't try to suppress emotions. They know this is impossible. What they master is the judgment they make about events. Between what happens and how you feel, there's an invisible filter, your interpretation. This is where calm is won or lost. When something irritates you, it's not the event itself that disturbs you, but the meaning you automatically assign to it. The Stoics trained themselves to pause for a moment before reacting and ask if their thoughts were truly accurate, necessary, or helpful. In most cases, they were not. That tiny, almost invisible mental pause is the key to self-control. Calm isn't about denying emotion, it's about preventing it from being fueled by exaggerated, personal, or catastrophic thoughts. Maintaining calm doesn't mean feeling nothing. It means not letting a fleeting emotion make decisions for you. When you change your judgment, the emotion loses its strength. That's why the Stoic says, "This is uncomfortable but manageable." Instead of, "This is unbearable," they think, "This is just an external opinion," rather than, "I'm being attacked." The mind calms first, and the body follows. Lesson 3. Anticipate chaos to avoid losing calm. People often lose their calm because they expect the day to go smoothly, without conflicts, friction, or setbacks. When reality doesn't meet that expectation, frustration arises. The Stoics trained their minds in the opposite way. Each morning, they mentally prepared for difficulties, rude people, delays, mistakes, and unfair situations, not as pessimism, but as a strategy for inner strength. When you anticipate chaos, nothing surprises you. If someone treats you poorly, it's not experienced as an unexpected offense, but as something you had already considered. This mental preparation drastically reduces emotional reactions because your mind doesn't go into defensive mode. Marcus Aurelius wrote that starting the day by reminding himself of the ungrateful and arrogant people he would meet helped him avoid hatred and maintain serenity. Maintaining calm becomes easier when you stop expecting reality to be convenient. Instead of thinking, "This shouldn't be happening," the Stoic thinks, "I knew something like this could happen." This simple shift changes your inner state completely. Calm doesn't come from a perfect world. It comes from a mind prepared for imperfection. Lesson 4. Reduce your ego and increase your calm. Much of anger and loss of control comes not from what happens, but from how our ego interprets events. We get upset because we feel attacked, ignored, undervalued, or unappreciated, and behind it all is a silent thought: this shouldn't be happening to me. The Stoic understands that the bigger the ego, the more fragile the calm, because every comment or gesture is perceived as a personal threat. Reducing ego doesn't mean lowering yourself or accepting disrespect. It means no longer making every situation personal. When someone speaks from anger, envy, or ignorance, the Stoic doesn't ask why they're doing it to him, but from what inner place that person acts. This shift automatically diffuses impulsive reactions because there's nothing to defend. Calm arises when you realize you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to win every argument, correct every mistake, or defend your image at all times. Every time you choose not to feed your ego, you free mental energy and strengthen self-control. Silence, in many cases, is not weakness, it's mastery of oneself. Lesson 5. Use silence as a tool of power. Most people speak and react immediately to release tension, believing it will relieve them. The Stoics knew that reacting impulsively often worsens the situation because words spoken in emotion rarely build anything positive. Silence, on the other hand, creates space where calm can remain intact. Silence doesn't mean suppressing or submitting, it means choosing the right moment to respond. When you remain silent in the face of provocation, you break the cycle of automatic reaction and prevent emotions from escalating. Seneca advised delaying a response when the mind is disturbed because time is an ally of self-control. Intense emotion loses power if not immediately expressed. Silence also allows you to observe clearly. While others speak from impulse, you maintain the advantage of serenity. Many conflicts end not because someone wins, but because someone chooses not to continue. In that conscious act, the Stoic protects his energy, dignity, and inner peace. Lesson 6. Your body also learns to stay calm. Calm is not just a mental state, it's physical too. When you lose control, the body goes on alert even before you're aware of your thoughts. Rapid breathing, tense muscles, a racing heartbeat. The Stoics knew that even if you can't always stop the first mental impulse, you can use your body to prevent emotions from taking over. Regulating your breathing is one of the fastest ways to regain serenity. Slow, deep breaths signal the nervous system that there's no real threat. When you do this, the mind follows the body, not the other way around. Relaxing your shoulders, jaw, and hands also reduces the physical load of emotion and prevents escalation. Training your body to remain calm reinforces mental control. The Stoic doesn't fight emotions, he moves through them consciously, using the body as an anchor to stay steady even in tense situations. Lesson 7. Turn conflict into opportunity. The Stoics taught that every difficult situation is a chance to practice virtue and strengthen the mind. Losing calm in conflict, injustice, or challenge wastes that opportunity. When you change the way you see problems, what seemed like an attack, provocation, or obstacle becomes training for self-control, patience, and resilience. Maintaining calm doesn't mean passivity. It means responding with intention, clarity, and without destructive impulses. Every time you breathe, observe, and act from reason instead of impulse, you turn a potentially negative situation into an exercise in inner strength. Marcus Aurelius said difficulties are like gym weights for the mind. The heavier they are, the stronger they make you if you lift them correctly. This shift removes much of the emotional stress because you stop fighting the world and start working on yourself. True peace doesn't depend on perfection around you, but on training your mind to remain firm, flexible, and serene, no matter what. Lesson 8. Practice calm every day. Calm isn't a state you reach overnight or a trait you're born with. It's a skill you train daily. The Stoics practiced exercises every day, reviewing thoughts, anticipating challenges, reflecting on virtue, and observing their reactions to small inconveniences. Every conscious action, no matter how small, is a step toward unshakability. You can do the same. Set aside moments each day to pause and observe how you react to challenges, even minor ones. Each time you breathe, before responding, question your judgment, or put an event in perspective, you strengthen your mind. Daily repetition turns actions into habits, and habits into a shield against chaos. Over time, calm stops depending on circumstances, others, or the environment. It becomes natural. It's no longer a temporary effort. It's your way of being, aware, steady, and serene, capable of facing any challenge without losing control. Lesson 9. Become the master of your peace. All previous lessons have the same goal, recognizing that calm is yours and yours alone, and that no external factor can take it from you if you train your mind and body. The Stoics didn't wait for the world to change to feel at peace. They transformed their perception and reaction, mastering their inner life. Being the master of your peace means identifying what you can control and what you can't, choosing how to react to each stimulus, anticipating problems, reducing ego, using silence, training your body, and practicing calm daily. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to strengthen yourself, and every emotion can be managed if you first master your judgment. When you internalize this, nothing or no one can destabilize you. Criticism, injustice, the rush of life, or mistakes of others can't break your balance. Calm becomes a shield, a state of strength protecting your mind and well-being. Becoming the master of your peace is the true Stoic secret, not reacting, but responding consciously and firmly in any situation, with nothing and no one. Lesson 10. Make every day a calmness workout. Calm isn't achieved in one moment or lesson. It comes from consistent practice. Every day presents opportunities to train it. An irritating email, a tense conversation, an unexpected setback, even your own negative thoughts. The Stoics saw these as exercises to strengthen mind and character. The secret is to apply consciously everything you've learned. Pause before reacting, observe your judgments, breathe, reduce ego, use silence, anticipate challenges. Every conscious action, no matter how small, strengthens self-control and emotional stability. Over time, these practices become habits, and habits become your new way of facing life, with serenity, clarity, and strength, no matter what happens around you. Ultimately, maintaining calm is not an isolated act, it's a lifestyle. Every day is a chance to practice it, and every challenge reminds you that true power isn't in changing the world, but in changing how you face it. Whoever masters their calm masters their destiny,